Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC, back out in the wilds again to test another outdoor garment from Helikon-Tex. We're here today to look at the Trooper Jacket Mk2. Now it's probably important to state at this point, I never tried the original, the original Trooper Jacket. This is the Trooper Jacket Mk2, so unfortunately I don't have as much information as being able to kind of compare the two. So this is more of, for me especially, more of an introduction to this jacket. Now before I get into the details, because I always get this asked down in the comments, so I'm 5'10", 36-inch waist, I weigh about 200 pounds, which is what, it's about 220 pounds, which is about 100 kilos, 15.5 stone roughly, 44-inch chest. I usually go for a large. This is a large and this fits me as I would expect a large to do. I have found recently with some Helikon-Tex gear though, that I've been checking their size measurements on the website, and some of them it appears that I should go for an extra large. With this one I took the risk and I went for a large, and well, I'd like to think it fits just right. It's not too snug, put it that way. Now as we usually do, we'll go into some materials and then we'll have a look around the actual jacket itself. Now as far as the materials is concerned, this is made from storm stretch, which is a mix of nylon and elastin. The elastin you can definitely feel in this. If I hold on to my cuffs here, the stretch that you get in the back is really nice. I guess I could probably do the same, the opposite here on the chest. Having that extra little bit amount of stretch in here, my arm coming under there like that, I kind of feel it through here. Having that stretch is nice, absolutely. Doesn't limit any movement at all. If this was made from not just purely nylon, then it would just be a little bit kind of tougher. And that, but actually, let's take a step back. On that tougher side, that's not to say that this isn't necessarily a tough jacket. I've had this out, especially walking here today, so there's a little bit of brambles and holly, so we do get quite a lot of holly in my woods. And no issues with that whatsoever. If you get one of those holly leaves on you directly pushed on, then you'll feel it go through, but certainly no doubts, especially on some of the other storm stretch garments that I've tested in the past, I certainly don't have any worries about the limitations of how tough they are. I mean, it would be awesome to walk around in 1000 denier Cordura clothes all the time, but they just wouldn't feel nice, would they? I mean, let's face it. Everybody wants to throw some shapes in the woods. Anyway, so yeah, the other ones on here, so you've got some hook and loop on what's on the cuffs, and also here as well. All of your zippers are YKK zips, and they have these little kind of, I saw someone and they call them cat's tongues, and I can't not unthink of cat's tongues when I think about them, but they're those just little the textured pulls. There is also the lining of some of the pockets on here uses this really nice mesh, and that is a 100% polyester mesh. Now going through the actual features themselves, as far as the jacket is concerned, it's very similar to the Blizzard jacket. From looking at the Helikon-Tex website, they talk specifically about the Trooper jacket version, the Trooper version 2 jacket being the younger sibling to the Trooper jacket. I actually have the Blizzard jacket. I actually have that. How about in a couple of weeks? I'll see what I can do, and I'll make some content that compares the Trooper Mk2 and the Blizzard. But they are very, very similar jackets. So what you'll hopefully have noticed already is that this is a full zip rather than being an over the head smock, which I've done a lot of content on recently. This is a full zip. It goes all the way down to the bottom, and you also have a secondary zip here as well, just in case you need to pull this up. Now I will say, and I struggle with this with a lot of zips, I don't necessarily think it's a Helikon-Tex issue, it's just that double zip issue. Sometimes it can just be a bit of a pain in the arse. On the inside of the zip, running parallel with the actual tracks of the zip, there is a small hood on the inside, or a liner on the inside. There isn't one, unfortunately, on the outside. As far as getting wet in this is concerned, it's classed as a lightweight outer shell and is as protective as a nylon shell can be. If you're caught in a light rain, it's okay for you to be able to get to somewhere so that you're out of the rain. Anything more than a light rain, then you might find after some time that you will get through. There's no taped seams or anything like that. It does have a Teflon DuPont DWR coating on here, so you will notice that when you're out in the rain, if you do get water on this, it will just brush off. But after some time, and if that amasses a lot, especially through the shoulders and the back of the neck, you might find, or you probably will find, that it will start to come through. But yes, so rather with some of the jackets where they have something that protects the zip on the front, this one doesn't. However, this little kind of shield on the inside here for the wind, it does protect some of that wind coming through, so that you kind of down your centre mass here, you don't feel that wind. On the front, so you have dual pockets. Now I do like the pockets on here, similar to the Blizzard jacket. The pockets have two zips, or at least, sorry, they have one zip into the pockets. However, they have two zipper pulls. So depending on whether it's something that for you prefer to pull up to get into, or you want to pull down to be able to get into, there's the options for you. Now, I was unsure why you would have that, but I've been informed that especially for a Trooper military jacket, it's useful to have the zips at the bottom, mainly because if somebody knows that you're going to be crawling, having the zips at the top like that, and you're crawling on your chest, eventually your zips will come down and whatever's in your pockets will come out. Generally, I'm a open from the top kind of guy to be able to get my hands in. However, it's nice the fact that the option is there just in case you know that you're going to be doing a little bit more than just wearing this for day to day, and you want it to be able to zip out in from the bottom. The pockets are rather large, so it comes all the way up. Hopefully you'll see here that there is a seam that runs across the top of my chest here, so that is the top of the pocket, and it then runs down to the line of the zip here, and then there is another seam that kind of comes around here like that, and that is the skirt of the bottom of the pocket. So it does go in this way, so hopefully you'll be able to see my finger just there and then my hand just here. So if you do need to put a large item in here, like a map, if you're out, then you can fit that in fine. Gloves, hats, anything like that will all be able to fit in as well. One of the key features, and I really do wish more companies did this, you have a little extra little pocket. It's just a little pocket. It's all that it is, just a little pocket. But if you've got stuff that you don't want to be ferreting around trying to find, like your car keys, you put it into the little pocket, and then, although, same as always, you only struggle when you try and do stuff on camera. It's there, you know exactly where it is, that you can get to straight away. But if it is maybe that you've got tools, if it is that you've got a compass, especially a compass, so a compass is useful to have in this little pocket. I'm going to take my keys out for a second, just put those there, but underneath the pocket, just here, there is a little small lashing point, specifically for those useful compasses, so you can take it out, you can take your bearings, you can do whatever it is you need to do, put it straight back in there, and it's not flying around with all of the other stuff that you've got in there. Coming down to the bottom, so there are 2 bungee points, one here and one just here. As I have it at the moment, I don't have this kind of pulled in at all. Mentioned I've got a 36-inch waist, and there's still a little bit of flappage down here at the bottom, but not enough that it's going to let a lot of wind or rain, maybe if I'm doing a handstand maybe. So yeah, it's fine. It is tapered, I guess. No, not tapered. But so at the front here over your area, it's kind of where you'd expect it to be, but as it comes down behind, it does sit a little bit lower on the back, helping hopefully to protect your butt a little bit more if it does start to rain, but also when you're bending over and then that lifts up ever so slightly because your arse pokes out. It just stops dust and debris and just crap from going down the back of your waistline. Fairly typical for a jacket like this. Now I did mention, so actually I suppose it's not really kind of going out to discuss this, but on the inside here, I did mention, so this is the lining for these pockets. It's just kind of mesh lining, but I know some of you do like to know what is on the inside here. Actually, while I've got this, so this was a piece of feedback that I got from somebody, and I thought it was a very good piece of feedback. So if you did want to take this off and you did want to roll this up so that you can stow this away in your bag. I've done that very roughly. It's probably not the best. I could probably fold it up a little bit smaller than that. But to take this off on a day, and I think today's a perfect day for a jacket like this. Not too hot, not too cold. There's a little bit of mist. I think there's going to be some rain soon. But if I did want to take this off and put this into a bag whilst walking around, certainly doesn't take up a lot of room. Now, the collar on this, again, fairly standard raised collar. It's not a crew collar, it's not a lower one, it is quite high, and you can pull it up to get some protection around your face. The zip on this, which as mentioned goes all the way up, and then you do also have, where is it now? There is a little beard protector on there to stop your beard from getting caught in it. But yes, it does go up, so you can see it kind of goes up just roughly below my ears, which is great, stops some of that wind from getting in there. And then there is a hood, or at least a stowawayable hood with this as well, which is a zip around the outside. Roll it up, put it into there, and then that also has a double zip as well. So if you want to, for ease of deployment, I guess, both of the zips, pull them around, and then you can then roll that out. The hood on this is great. It's quite a large hood. It does have a reinforced brim on the front. There isn't like a metal wire or anything in here, if that's something that you're into. But there's lots of tutorials how you can unpick one side very easily and be able to put something in there. You can pull it out of the way, which again is kind of useful just in case you need to get a little bit of light on your face. And then as far as points so that you can pull this down so that it gets closer to your face, you have a couple of points here which will pull it down like that, and then there is an additional one at the back which will pull it in closer to your face as well. As far as hoods go, it's a nice hood. You might also, no, you probably struggle. I don't think, headwear you'd be able to wear a hat or a cap underneath this, but I don't think you'd be able to wear a helmet underneath this. Coming down onto the arms, now the arms are fairly simple as far as arms go. The cuffs on here, I have hook and loop on here. I keep mine kind of the widest that they'll go because I've got stupid fat wrists. But there is still plenty of room in here if you needed to wear gloves with this. I tested it while I was at home and you can fit gloves on, absolutely no issues whatsoever. And then coming up onto the sleeves themselves, so you have bicep pockets as well. Now I will say, so the bicep pockets are identical on each side. They're both exactly the same, and they both have that polyester mesh on the inside. But you also have some hook and loop on here if you want to add a morale patch or anything like that. Last little bits as far as the arms are concerned is you also have some ventilation on here as well. So you have a small zip which will come down to about here. That's probably 2 or 3 fingers below my chest line, which is where that zip comes down to. It's not a double zip on... I thought it was then for a second. I was just about to kick myself. It is just a single zip on here, so you open it from the elbow and then pull it down. Some others have an option that you can do it the other way. On this one, it is just this way. What I do like about this is the fact that through the armpit here, you then have this mesh in here. So if you want to keep, or at least want to help thermoregulate yourself whilst you're out and about, having that mesh in there will stop any dust, debris, bits of crap, but also it'll stop insects from getting into your armpits as well. All in all, I really like this. I'm a huge fan of smaller, lightweight, soft shell kind of jackets. I think this is very similar to the Blizzard, so I think if you've already got the Blizzard and you're thinking of picking one of these up, they are very similar jackets. The only difference that I will say, and I'll definitely make some content on the two so that you can see a little bit closer, is, so on the Helikon-Tex website they do talk a lot about having the extra space in here to be able to fit a base layer or a thermal layer like the Wolfhound underneath. You can definitely do that. In fact, I should have brought one along with me today, but I can fit my Wolfhound underneath this and no issues whatsoever. The Blizzard wears bigger, or should I say, the Trooper Jacket version 2 wears smaller. They're both, I'll show you when I make that content, but what I've found is, and I've seen a lot of people commenting on this, that if you went for the large in the Blizzard, I'd probably go for the extra large in this jacket, which kind of goes against what I just said. But yeah, hopefully it'll make sense when I make some content on the two and we get those compared. But all in all, it's great. I really do like this. I think again, you know, it's another one of those outdoor garments from Helikon-Tex that, 1, doesn't break the bank, 2, has got some nice materials in here, and 3, has the features that you need from a lightweight soft shell jacket like this. And I think if you're going to pick one up, yeah, I think you'd be happy with this. Now, as far as where I picked this up, I actually bought this directly from Helikon-Tex. However, here in the UK, one company that I've worked with a lot in the past is Military First. They didn't send me this to me, however, I love the guys there, so I do want to give them a shout out, and also say that if you're thinking of picking up some Helikon-Tex gear, they're a great company to buy from here in the UK. You certainly don't have to worry about imports, and they can get to you very quickly. That's not to say Helikon-Tex are bad, it's just unfortunate that since Brexit it just takes a little bit longer for stuff to get into the country and the additional charges. So yes, so I'll leave some links below so that you can see more from Helikon-Tex. I'll leave some links from Military First as well so that you can see what they have in store. And also leave some of my social media links below so that you can follow me here on Moorland EDC and also my sister channel Moorland Tactical. And I've also set up a Rumble account, so whatever is released on both, it will be released simultaneously on both YouTube and Rumble, just to help to extend and build the community. So yeah, there's a little bit more on the clothes there than I usually do. But as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. So there you go. Now, I do want to say that I didn't buy this. No, I did buy this. Fuck's sake, I did buy this. Let's get that out of the way. Don't know, I've got an American accent today. Oh, I'll tell you why it is. Does everybody else do this? I guarantee there must be other people out there. I pick up accents and verbal mannerisms very easily, especially in my internal monologue. I've been watching a lot of Hannah Barron. I absolutely love her accent. It's like molasses through my ears. Yeah, watching a lot of her this morning. Inside my head, I'm talking with her accent and saying y'all and appreciate y'all all the time. So yeah, that's a weird head to be in right now. Anyway, where was I? It's the Trooper jacket, isn't it? You're an idiot. Of course it's a Trooper jacket. So as we usually do, we'll go into some materials, some of the features, and then, yeah. So as far as the materials is concerned, it's a storm stretch, isn't it? God, you're an idiot.